to another reaction of Lucifer. This is Lucifer, Season 5, Episode 9. We finally met God. Absolutely. And I'm assuming he's going to be in this episode. This episode is called Family Dinner. So what I'm hoping that we're going to get is God, his Lucifer, well, his children, Lucifer, Amenadiel, as well as Michael. Now, we throw Maze in there as well to add on to the family dinner. I have no problem with that. Absolutely not. The last episode, how it ended, left me startled. I was beyond excited, and that's why, once again, we are jumping into a Lucifer reaction that doesn't take a couple of months. Standing ovation for me. Anyways, let's jump into this. You want to see this in a full reaction? Of course you can. The link to Patreon is down below, so please join me over there on Patreon, as well as the link to my other YouTube channel. Subscribe over there, Andres Reacts. Subscribe. Please do the 3 freebies, okay? The 3 freebies are like, share, and comment. They do wonders for this video and does wonders for this channel. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Lucifer and find out exactly what this show has got to give. It's God! Oops.
Father. Oh, Father, thank you for coming.
Oh, everything stopped.
You saw how they were attacking me? Hey, Dad, blame it all on me, like always.
No, Father, this is all my fault.
Regardless of what's happened, we're family.
No. Hell no.
Come now, Samael.
He is behind every bad thing that's ever happened to me. Well, everything apart from you.
I thought he was upset with me for rushing him, but he's not. He's mad at his own family. Everyone in the family has a role in keeping the place running.
The kingdom.
But Chris, he never settled. My boyfriend, he couldn't shake the love of the game.
We still should do that many goals.
He'd never go back to the kingdom. He'd rather
Burn it down. That's what I try to do with the silver sector. Not that I'm comparing the two.
I want you to give me a soul. Because everyone has one except me.
still think I'm perfect now.
Oof. You are you.
Oh God, you couldn't even help her out.
Who they really are, but not you. The downside is you get hurt more easily.
Less than for that lie alone.
Was it Larry? Of course it was.
Did Ted tell you that I have a problem with April?
Ruin his life as well.
Ruin his life? Kill. He means kill.
Maintenance on the arcade games.
Updating the books.
Cleaning the toilet, the couch with my new girlfriend.
Have you seen Ted? No one wants to smash that.
She was in the bathroom.
I was smoking pot, okay? It's the only way I can deal with my brother. You know, Larry was always jealous of Chris. If either of those idiots did it, it was him.
Lucifer isn't mature enough.
Sorry I'm late.
Well, that food looks good. Let's souffle.
Risen perfectly, just as you like them.
I'm off.
I love
You're
her.
not joining us, Linda? You are the mother of my grandchild. Of course you're family.
Aren't you forgetting something? Or shouldn't we say grace?
This food and the company. Oceans. Napkins. Thank you.
Chocolate.
I just thanked God for napkins. Oh my God.
Wasn't sure you still had it in you.
Ooh, I like this.
Chicken. I get it. 3 sons who want their father's love.
I just want him to admit to the fact that he's a bad father. I mean, if all the apples are bad, maybe it's the tree that's the problem. Ask you one simple question and get one simple answer. Dad, do you love us?
And I really have failed.
Just made me realize one simple truth. That you will never love us. Because you're incapable of love.
More wine?
She stole gas from Hole in One, and you tried to burn the place down.
But he got in the way.
Chris caught you, didn't he?
He hit his head on the concrete.
My poor Chris. I swear I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
So my son died protecting the kingdom.
I'll never be able to say them to you.
Wow.
Like him, I am incapable of love. It would be a lie.
In Love and Married Craig Charles Henderson. Who? Well, that was a very good episode. So I have to say, this murder, the killings in the show, in the episodes, always kind of relate to Lucifer's issues during the episode generally. And it took me 5 seasons and how many episodes to actually realize this little fact. But at first I liked the story about the killing, if that makes any, if that sounds normal. But my favorite part of this episode, I think, was the dinner, as well as when they were interviewing the 3 family members. But I think the overall story, when it deals with the murder, wasn't my favorite. And I don't know why. I'm not really sure why. I have to think about that. I probably won't think about it, but it's one of those things I have to think about. But leaving the kill, sometimes, although I know this what the show is about, like solving the murders and also giving you a side story, but I think that happened a couple episodes before in all of the 5 seasons. There's been a couple episodes where we don't have a murder and we're only in the main storyline. And I kind of wish that happened more in this show for me, because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be in like Law and Order SVU trying to solve a murder as well as have our main story, which when I'm more into the main story than the side murder, although this was actually perfect where the murder case and the main story literally went hand in hand. For me, sometimes the murder itself, or this is like really weird me saying out loud and somebody's probably gonna walk by my room and be like, murder. But sometimes the murder solving story is not that interesting for me. And then so when I have to go back to it when I'm already in the main storyline, which I'm really all about, I kind of get like watered down and I'm like, oh, here we go with this story. And then I have to go back into the main story, if that makes any sense. I sometimes don't want to go back and forth. With that being said, the main story was everything, honey. I loved it. I loved Michael. I loved Lucifer. I think the guy who plays Lucifer, I forgot his real name. He is very talented how he could switch his accent and how he could play these 2 different characters, which are kind of different. And also, I don't know if I'm thinking about the end, I'm not gonna look it up, but I know that there's an angel, the angel Gabriel, or is it the angel Michael, that is like two-faced. I think it's Gabriel. But like in Constantine, the movie, was that Michael? Was that the angel? I think that was the angel Michael, right? Or was it the angel Gabriel? One of those angels isn't all that great. At least I don't know, in the Bible, I don't really remember. But in a lot of movies and stories, that one particular angel is always like a situation, which I was assuming was Michael. That's why they have Michael being this way. But regardless. And then I think in, what is it, Good Omens? Is it Michael? But Michael is like the head of the angels too. But at the ending of season 2, spoilers, run away if you can. I'm about to say the spoiler of Omens, Good Omens. Michael sided with a demon and then left. So, I'm kind of curious, is it Michael? Regardless, I'm moving right along. I actually am losing interest. But I loved the story of the 3 brothers, their arguments. The VFX was on point. I loved when God got angry, and then it did. He was trying to not get angry, and then when he got angry, then you saw the thunder and lightning. Is Lucifer, in the Bible, is Lucifer almost equivalent, power-wise as God? Or is he not as, no, right? Obviously not. Because God banished Lucifer to hell. But Lucifer has, it's pretty strong. I think isn't he stronger than all the other angels, right? So him sitting aside on the head of the table on the other side and God on the other side, that was a key to the gag of the lemons and the squeezes of all of the damn juices, honey. So I loved the dinner scene, definitely was top tier, and Linda adding in her extra humor was everything. Chloe, everything, all the other characters, including Ella, sorry Ella, everything else got kind of like washed away for me because I was so more into the main storyline and wanting to follow God and his H&M sweaters that like I just literally did not care about everything else. So now that we know that God is going to be staying in this season, maybe to finish up season 5 as Lucifer's or Michael goes back to heaven, what is the purpose or what is going to happen with God and Lucifer? Regardless, I am here for the dynamic between all of these characters in trying to solve what's going to go further on in this story. Because I'm trying to think, here's another thing about very long seasons. One of my favorite shows is Peaky Blinders, and there's other shows too, where the seasons are super short because we don't have to drag on the storyline for like eternity. No pun intended. But you know what I mean? Like I know there's a lot more episodes of this season, and although Netflix did a much better job than Fox, it's just too many episodes. There's 16 episodes and we are going on to the 10th episode, so there's not that much more to go. And then we wrap up this show with 10 episodes, which is good. We don't need, I don't think any show needs, well, I think Daredevil, the new one, is gonna have 18 episodes. But as long as it's good, I love Daredevil. But regardless, I feel like majority of shows don't need these many episodes. You can fit all these stories in a 10 episode season and call it a day. Anything more than 10 episodes in a season is dragging, unless you are gonna be piling on a lot. And I don't even want to add that stipulation in there. As you see, this season for me, as much as I do like this season 5, it's just so long. And for me, this is for me. So us still with the same storyline about Maze trying to find a soul and Michael trying to do whatever he's doing. It's like, damn, if we just cut those 6 extra episodes off, we would have like bigger impactful stories in each episode. These stories in each episode will probably be like a gag, darling. And you have to realize something too. Now, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, and I'm sure some of these Lucy fans are going to correct me down below, but was Netflix only greenlit the show until season 6, or did the ratings of season 5 not match? And I could look this up, but did the ratings of season 5 not draw a lot of, now since this is on Netflix, it deals with more subscription based. So the show, people have to subscribe to Netflix for that show, and that's how they determine what they're gonna cancel, what they're not going to cancel. So I wonder if they were after season 5, they were like, let's do one more season and then wrap it up, because season 5 didn't draw that many people. And I wonder if that was the reason, it's because this season's so long. I'm just being truthful. I want to have an open dialogue, y'all. So, and that would make sense, because if they say they greenlit season 5 and season 6 together, but season 5 didn't do good, then they wouldn't continue, but they already greenlit season 6. I don't know how it played, or if they were really just only gonna do up to season 6, and I'm just making shit up because I'm a shit starter. So regardless, I did like this episode. I think the main story was a 10. I enjoyed all of the other characters in it, but the side story was 8 for me, or 7.5. Oops. It wasn't my favorite. I didn't care about any of those people. But I did like the siblings, and I only like the siblings because of that interview process, and how they shot it was amazing. I loved it. And side note, I'm gonna need all these shows to stop making food look so delicious, because when I go into the kitchen, child, and I try to cook and then the outcome doesn't look like this, I get extremely upset. So shout out to God making wonderful chicken. Regardless, loved this episode. It was good. It was very good. due to the main storyline. And I really can't wait till we continue more. Now, you want to see how I feel about this whole episode, then please sign up to Patreon today, y'all. Become a Patreon member, as well as please like, share, and comment down below. I know you want to comment down below and give me your opinion about my opinion and about the show. So comment down below. I will see you all next time with more reactions.